Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm over here at Old McDonald's farm, down here in the one that's closest to our house. Just coming in for coffee. I already had my breakfast, and there was a local yard sale shortly, just down the road a little ways from here, that had a lot of good American-made, high-quality tools and stuff there. And being limited funds, which is nothing new to me, I managed to buy a Craftsman rotary tool with a bunch of bits. This is American made. This is not a Chinese manufactured tool, with the carrying case and everything, $15. So there's no Jewett City today because it looks like rain. It's cloudy. It's kind of a stuffy day. One of these days where it's very hard to kind of get your breath. Although the sun is in and out, it's mostly cloudy and it's probably going to rain today. It did rain yesterday. So they did not have that yard sale yesterday, but today they did have it. And so I'll show you that on the video a little later on. I'm not going to make a video on the yard sale itself because it's a private home, not an open flea market. And the guy has a lot of good stuff over there. From what I understand, his dad, I guess, was a submariner or something, and all this stuff is industrial stuff, high quality things, like shrink tubing that's that big around in diameter, flat on a big roll, stuff like that I have no need for, and stainless steel braided, big, large diameter tubing, similar to what you use in the bathrooms for the back of your washer and your toilet supply line. You've seen that stainless steel coating they put over it, only these are big lines. This is stuff that, industrial stuff that, the guy is just trying to clean out his stuff, and the prices are really good. And huge bolts and nuts. I mean, you're talking an inch in diameter bolts, probably about that long, and a lot of smaller bolts, probably a half an inch in diameter, 3/4 inch in diameter, all high quality stuff, and drawers full of nuts and bolts and stuff. The cabinets stand about 6 feet high. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff over there at that yard sale, which, like I say, is at a private home. I'm not going to videotape it because it's not a business. This guy just wants to sell out his stuff. So I'll show you what I did pick up today a little later on in this video. Right now, Tommy and I want to finish our coffee at Old McDonald's farm. So stay tuned. Stuffy day. Oh, I hate this weather. I know you've heard me say it before. All right. Am I broke? Pretty darn close. No Jewett City today because it looked like rain. Weather guessers predicted possible showers today. Yesterday being Saturday, there wasn't any yard sales because of the rain. Friday, I was at this particular yard sale, which was not too far from my house. And as I said in McDonald's this morning, I want to show you first of all what I got here. This is a Craftsman all-in-one rotary electric tool, hand grinder. This is not one of these cheap Dremel tools made in China. This is an American made. With the 3-prong cord on it, a 2-prong, I'm sorry, double insulated. steel burr bits, stone, grinding stone, the wrench for, I think that goes in there, not sure. Bunch of these stones, and some more bits. $15. $15. If I can get it back into how it was now.
You dropped the piece on the ground.
Yeah, well, I would have got crushed into the dirt and it would never be found again. It was a job getting it back into the case. That's what I bought this morning. Then Tommy and I went to McDonald's, as I just showed you on this video, and I went back by myself looking for some sandpaper, or emery cloth actually. This is what I got. I'll never live long enough to use this. All I can think is John from Arkansas working on that Thunderbird, and Marslack working on his Buick, I believe it is. 220 grit, and I said, I see a package all sealed up over there, I told the guy, but I only need a few sheets of each. I'll never, never, never in my life use all this. And I know the guy. I've seen him before, and I bought stuff there before. He's the brother of a good friend of mine who was my automotive teacher back in the 90s. And he says, he was digging through here, and he says, this is 220 grit. And then he's going through here, and he says, this don't feel like 220 grit. It's a lot finer, but it says 220 grit on it. This is brown. Now, it's been wet, but only a few sheets, and they stick together, but it's emery cloth, so it's, you know, you can use it for wet and dry sanding. See how they are here? And so, he's got he's had to get it out. He says, oh, come on. $5 for the whole thing. Take it off my hands. So here it is. So, okay, so this was 15 this morning. This was 5 a little while ago. Then I was telling him about pop rivets and sheet metal to do the wheel well, or other parts of the body. He says, well, I got pop rivets, stainless steel, $5 a bag. So these are stainless steel. They're not the 1/8 inch, they're the next size up. He says, I got drawers of them, and he goes over there and he got big cabinets loaded with them, you know. So that was $5. Then he had 100-foot rolls of various size shrink tubing. So I says, well, I don't want to buy the whole roll. I says, I'll never use that, you know. So he says, well, what do you need? I'll take care of you. So I went through it, and I says, give me 2 feet of each of these. This is like, I don't know, 1 3/4 inches, maybe 2 inches. So he cuts me off this and this. In the electronic stuff that I do, there is occasion that I may need a larger piece. I think he may have had a little larger than this. So, actually, yeah, so it was $10. So, with this, this, 10 altogether. And when I first went over there, I says, I need some fiberglass. Well, how much do you need? And he has a huge, huge sheet of it. I said, I'll never, never, never use it. I just want to do the wheel well. So he says, well, He cut me off about 5 foot, about a foot wide. Take it. So there you go. So this would be enough to do the wheel well, and he does body work. So I said, my plan was to put the Bondo glass on. He said, yeah, and then you just put this on, press it in there, and then go over it. Okay, because I've seen videos on that, how to do that. So that's what I got today. So I'm getting myself ready. The only thing I got to get, I'm not going to go with the Pour 15. It's way too expensive. It's way too toxic to work with. I'm definitely not using Pour 15. I am going to use roofing cement, and one of the my viewers said does body work, and I think he said he used to do it up in Maine there, and he lived up in Maine. You put paint thinner in the roofing tar, roofing cement, and you brush it on. Well, that's a good idea because that'll get it right in there. So when you cut out as much rust as you can, and then maybe on the back side, if I can get in there with the brush on the wheel well and get behind it with the roofing cement and try to make sure it's cleaned and not tarred on the outside, so that when I put the Bondo glass on and put the fiberglass on over it, it should work quite well. These will be used for areas that I will be using pop rivets and sheet metal, because I don't have very many stainless steel pop rivets, and these are very hard to use with a hand pop rivet tool, especially the ones Harbor Freight sells. I have the big one from Harbor Freight, but I have all I can do to pop these because it takes a lot of strength, and also the tool, not being American made, may or may not do that. But I think these will work out good, because in a wheel well you don't want to use aluminum pop rivets, and I have a lot of aluminum pop rivets and I don't like them because they'll corrode and fall off with the roadside. So let's go and plug this thing in. See what it does here. That's the lock. When you're changing your blade, that goes down in, it locks in, and then you put your whatever you're going to put in here, and then you tighten it up with the little wrench that comes with it. But you never push this in when it's going. It even warns you right here. So when you use this thing, keep your finger away from this, otherwise you'll bust the mechanism in here. So let me plug this in here. Looks like it's going to rain. Single speed, which is all I need. Little slide switch on the back, which was on when I plugged it in. And that's what we got today. So I think we better get things put away here, because it looks like it's going to start raining. It's a good thing we didn't go to Jewett City today. I can't stand to be sitting in the hot sun. Maybe this better go over here. It looks like that would go in there, though. Yeah, let's put it there. And I would say the cord would go in here, like that. Well, maybe it goes this way. Yeah, that looks better. And then I never can get these things back into the cases again, you know, they're a little difficult. So that's I figured I'd make a little video here of Tommy doing the recording on the camera here. So I think I did pretty good today. So I'm getting myself prepared for that body work, right, folks. You watch all this trouble, I won't be able to get it closed up. No, never can get these things back in. Nope. Well, it was closed when I got it, but I can never get these things back in there. Let's see if it goes this way. No. Yeah, we'll just carry it in the shed this way. I'll probably do away with this case completely, throw it in the recycle. That's probably what I'll do. I'll toss the case and just keep the tool separate and get a container for all this stuff. Because if I can't close this case, it looks like that fits in good, but what's causing the problem is the cord. Try it this way. The cord is very thick. I can force it down, but I don't like doing that. Alright, well that's good enough for now. At least it's not gonna, the pieces aren't gonna go all over the place. So that's a Craftsman. That's not a piece of junk. That's the old Craftsman stuff. All right. I got to get in the house and get into the air conditioning here. We're not doing anything in the shop today. Oh, what am I going to do with all this emery cloth? Me, who hates sanding. Thanks for watching, everybody. Looks like we're going to get a downpour here. Catch you later. Tommy's going to put the video together. Local yard sale find, I think, is a good name for this. I'll let you do your thing, Tom. Take care, everybody.